Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Let's see. I gotta ping the Matrix server again. There we go. Team. Nice. And let me do an audio check for good old time's sake. Check that everything's working. Nothing's broken. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Up, up. Yep, everything's fine. That's good. Now I'm gonna switch to this. Hello. Oh, actually, last stream, did I have the camera the correct way around already? Don't remember. I did not. Had it the other way around. Because this is this day's stream. Yeah. So, a bit of an upgraded camera setup. Oh, actually, I didn't tweak the camera, like, filters. So, let me... Or the properties. Actually, it seems pretty fine, though. Could tweak the exposure. It doesn't seem to do anything. What the hell is going on? Oh, the camera just fucking froze. Awesome. Oh, camera, why did you freeze? Tell me your secrets. I need to like re-plug it in. Bruh. I guess it was fine, and then I started tweaking it. No, why won't you work? Oh, hello. There we go. We're back here. And then I switch this to this thing. Still works. Yes. Then we set the manual mode. Then it goes really dark. But I can still tweak it. Wait, what? Didn't used to be like this. Okay, I also set it to the other mode that actually works. That's interesting. The parameters that I had before were different. And if I set it to the same ones now, then it's like, oh, now it seems fine. Nice. Yeah, because I just noticed, I thought it was like more motion blur than it usually is. This seems fine. This is like what I had when I was testing. Yeah. I go with that. So this is nice. Everything's nice. Everything's good. I just gotta fix this line appearing in the middle of the camera feed, like right here on my hand, this line. All right. It's not that. It's gonna be the chroma one, and then I gotta make another filter here. Okay. I'm gonna make it lowercase like everything else. Wait, is it? What's that? I don't know if it's like pure black. Well, it's seems to work. There's like a remnant of it still there. I think if I take that away, then yeah, there's no remnant of it. But I like to leave the opacity down a bit. You can still see the cursor underneath because of my setup. Even without the opacity, you can see it, but it's kind of more with this, I think. I don't know, like if I have text on the screen, then it kind of like juts out in a way. I don't know if that makes sense. With the opacity thing, I think it's better. Anyway, that's the camera shenanigans. Can I cannot type. It is not allowed. Alright, so right now, we have a test user interface. If I click these puns with like random text, then it just prints the text. Same with these, same with this. This will toggle VSync, and you can see the FPS down here changing. And I also have a max FPS slider, and well, I have 3 of them, right? Just for testing purposes. Because I had some issues with the click not being where it should be. And you know, I have like different sliders, multiple sliders, and they all work the same, right? And the funny thing is, if I take this window and stretch it across the screen, you can see that it's not actually exactly centered on the mouse. But here, like, one value is spread across multiple pixels. So if you stretch the window a lot, then you can see that it's not perfect. But if your window is like a reasonable size, and the slider is probably going to be smaller in the UI anyway, right? So it is reasonably centered. I could fix even that error. Anyway, also I just realized that I'm hidden behind the window. That's awesome. In terms of like commits, I'm knee deep into a dev feature branch. Like if we go, yeah, like there's this branch. I'm actually going to use git GUI for this. So we have, I think this is on main. Where can I change the size of this panel? Hello? Here, okay. Yeah, this is on main. This is actually on main as well. Yeah. So this is still main. This is still main, question mark? Is not. So there's, oh, okay, this is main. So I did cherry pick this like font transparency thing to main. Hold on. Damn, I just wanted to have my camera visible while I'm doing this. Well, I guess it's in the background. Anyway, so I did cherry pick some stuff, but then there's a lot of lol. It's just me tweaking the thing, trying to get it to work, like bulk programming and shit like that. But I think this stream I'll get the sliders working finally. I mean, you might say, oh, they work. But I want to have like a little padding area on the side where I guess it's not really required, but I really want to have like n amount of pixels on both sides, where if you click on that area, then it's the maximum, or on this side, the minimum value, right? I really want to have that. And the complication is that I need to handle it the same way on both the like side where we click on the UI and on the side where we render the UI. And currently it's not the same. I mean, it's the same, but it's not handled the same. I guess the click side calculates the buffer size, but this doesn't know some stuff, basically. It's the TLDR. Whereas when we render the UI, we know everything. Yeah, so I gotta tackle that. But I think the solution is just to have the click area. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. We're gonna have the click area because we have the rectangle that's just the total area. But I think I will have another rect here, which is gonna be like, what's the opposite of dead zone? Let's see. What would we say? What do we say? Oh no, not dead on. What about padding? I'm not seeing everything because of... No? Damn. Alright. Well, I don't know. Also, I forgot the ping matrix. I just realized. Let me go here, here. Also, I probably didn't change the title of the stream. There we go. Updated the title. That's good. Yeah, so we want to have a rect here. That's the opposite of dead zone, so I guess active area. Also, I do have a plan. The next time I'm gonna open, or I would open GIMP, I'm instead gonna get a piece of paper and like a marker and then just draw, right? I really want to do that because it's like production value flex in my mind, like using physical medium. This is just a lot of fun for me. Let me check the scroll bar thing. I mean, it's there, but it's, yeah, anyway. What the rect, and then we have the active area. And now we're gonna get some errors, I think. Yes. This, and we need to know... Oh, but do we know everything that we need to know here? I think I can just delete all this. This is like outdated stuff. So what I was thinking before is that I would not return certain elements of the UI if they are outside of the screen boundaries, but I don't think I'm doing that. Seems like a path to bugs. Currently, if I no, it's not gonna compile right now, but if I have a slider and I'm sliding it up and down, then how do I know that it's the same slider? Well, I have the index of the click area, right? And that's what I use to know what is what. And if I like scroll down and then a bunch of elements get deleted, then I would have to update that index as well. Make sure that it's still the same element that I'm looking at. Like, I don't have the UI exist and like, when I have the game elements, they actually exist in some kind of vec or hash map or whatever. And I can just refer to the same ones over and over. At least I think so. But in this UI thing, that I just regenerate the UI every single time I need it. And like that's how everything works. I think that's, oh my god. I will dash real fast so I can run the game. Yeah. So right here we can do the slider slide, and all of the sliders update, right? And this is by default, because everything gets rebuilt from scratch. Like, I don't have to make sure that every slider gets updated. Like, they just do that. So this is like, I don't know, seems like a way to make the UI that prevents bugs. I like preventing bugs. It's very nice. Anyway, let's see there. Okay, 1, 2, 4. We need the active area. And for a button, it actually depends on the payload. Yes. I guess I could have this in a separate function where it's like get active area for button or whatever, but me. I'll do this. Look. At one point I also had a thought of making all of the UI stuff only integers as well. Just so like it would be deterministic as well, and then if you wanted to like task the entire game, then you could also task the UI. I don't think I'm doing that. I think it's gonna be just the gameplay itself is gonna be deterministic, and then you're gonna have per level tasks. Not full game tasks though. I don't think that's gonna be a thing. But yeah, here you go. Here we have the button stuff, and this code is kind of terrible. I gotta have the same code here though. How far? Okay, if I go here, then you can. I have to go like really far forward for you to see my head. Lolep. Okay. I think this is in fact going into a function. We have this here, and then we have this here. We have the same arguments. All right, I'm gonna do. I might have horizontal sliders and vertical sliders be a different thing later on, but we'll see. And currently the FPS slider is just kind of hard-coded to be a horizontal slider, but I think I want to have different kinds of value pickers, and then like an enum of which value is controlling. So you could have, if you wanted to, a vertical FPS slider, horizontal FPS slider, maybe, or I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll only have horizontal sliders, like, at all. But. I don't think we need to know anything else on these two things. Let's put these on the same line. I need the bounds on the pixel size, right? Then we can just yoink this. Oh, the bar rectangle as well. Where do we make the color rect? Okay, here we make the color quad. We really only need this. We don't need to know the bar position. Question mark. Because it just should just line up once we have this. These two lines, is this the only thing? I guess so. Do that. Oh, gotta return the rect. Okay. Then that's gonna be right, nothing else. 1, 2, 4, and it's down here. What's the payload name? It's FPS limit. And it's gonna have the current value, but we don't really care about that. Just have that. And then for everything else, it's gonna be the bounds. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm supposed to do that. Nice. And now... What the hell? What? Maybe we need to use the active area as well. Perhaps I should use the active area. Okay, we're here. Click area. We don't need to know the buffer size. Oh, I just realized when I select text, it blocks the camera. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. Ooh, why is it different? I just need the head. Okay. Oh, it's the shadow of the window, like changing it. Well, fair enough. Also, I'm curious, if I have a to-do comment, yeah, then it just blocks it, but that's fine. That is, like, expected. But now I can select text and it doesn't completely decimate me. Like, me as a person. What are we doing here? A border buffer size, we don't have that. What is there, actually? Just get the error to guide us. Ooh, okay. So we have... We don't need to shrink it. We have... Does it just work now? Hello, maybe? This seems... It's not centered. It's not centered. It's offset. You can see it. Okay, so we're doing it incorrectly. Ay. So the active area should be a bit smaller. Not a lot, but a bit smaller. And did it used to be different? Let's just quickly stash and run this. Let's see what it used to look like. Yeah, it's being centered all of the time. This change broke it. Let's see what we have here. We're not doing border buffer size. We're taking the active area. Yep, that's kind of expected. Yep. Then if we look here, we change these things to this. That makes sense. This uses the same function. Yep. And that's like the same code has to be removed from here. I wonder if there's a discrepancy between doing this. There's when we have the UI stuff, the pixel size is smaller than 1. The width and height of the whole screen is 2, I think. So, hold on, this is where I would draw, actually. Do I have a pen and paper in here? That is the question. Damn, I don't. I'll do like a very small intermission and get some pen and paper. So I'm gonna be right back. I have the paper. Let me see if there's anything here. I don't think this is a completely... Well, it's not completely empty, actually. There's like some old drawings that are actually mine. Let's see. Just getting rid of those real fast. That was a nice noise. I don't know if it came through. We have paper. Awesome. It's just a bit obscured. If I do this, then it's no longer that obscured. And I have two kinds of... Let's actually test these. Okay, that's visible. That's awesome. And then we have... Okay, I gotta check which one has the less foul odor. Okay, they're both foul. But I like the first pencil more. I didn't want to take like a very like thin pencil, I guess. Like no pencil that like leaves a very thin mark. I have some of those here as well. Like if I take this, I draw something, then it's like barely visible on the screen. So it's like, what the fuck? It's better to have something that is a bit more of a visible mark. Anyway, those are the tests. So what do I actually want to do? What's the pixel size? So, do I have a ruler? I do have a ruler. Let's go. So if I have, I mean, let's do it without the ruler first. See how it goes. Oh, and now it's barely leaving a mark. No. Okay, anyway. Let's say I have the screen here. Right, nice, that's visible. So the screen here. And I'm just getting distracted because I can see the page underneath with the light. Okay, this marker is bad. Let's see the other one. Yeah, but if I draw something on the page underneath, it's like visible very faintly here. The problem is that I can see the grid on the page underneath. So it's a bit distracting. Anyway, that aside, I should have drawn a bigger like screen thing. So let's just do it. Big bold lines. So this is the screen. And when we are building the visual UI, this distance is 2. Right? The same for this. Both of these are 2. But then when we are building the click areas, now let's say our screen resolution is 1920 by 1080, and this is going to be 1920, and this is going to be 1080, right? So they use different like parameters for what is real, right? And then the pixel size on the rendering side is going to be 2 divided by the actual resolution, but the pixel resolution or the pixel size on the physical side, where we decide what to click, is just 1, because these are these. I could make them the same, but it is what it is. They're different, right? So that's what I'm dealing with. Hmm. Reload. We have everything here. And at least I think the like pixel size discrepancy is what's causing the issue. Like this not being centered. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot what the issue is, but yeah. It's that intermission takes so long. Any I don't want to know what the thingy thing is. Can't really draw the active area. But I can print it. Do that. And then on the well, let's just see what it says, right? The active area starts at 0, that's not a good sign. Yeah, and the size is 800. So it's not being shrinked at all for some reason. The active area is just the whole thing. Or it's supposed to be the whole thing minus the width of the like slider. That's what's supposed to happen. So why is it not happening? Dun, dun. Get slider active area. Oh, we are actually not taking into account the slider area at all here for some reason. How was it working before? Because I can use the slider bar width. Maybe that's why. Amazing. I had different code. So I was handling the thingy with different code on the rendering side and on the like clicking side. And yeah, the different code is different. Wow. Surprising. Amazing. So let's just do it how it's supposed to be done. Okay, so now the slider bar is still not centered, and we render it incorrectly. So I got like the worst of both worlds. Let's go. Why is this happening? It is a bit smaller now. This is supposed to be like -2 question mark? I'm gonna fix it. Oh my god. What is adjusted post? I think this is just the Y flip. Yeah, this is just the Y flip. There you go, let's just go nuts, right? Let's not take the pixel size here. Let's just gonna be 1 on that side. Okay, let's do ×200. It's like ignoring it, almost. 2000? Okay, now this different. Where's the right value though? Is it gonna be like 800? Almost? Is it 400? I'm just doing this to know what the fuck's going on. I think it's 400. And this makes the size smaller by 10. How does this make any sense? Well, like, what is the pixel size that we're passing in here? I think it's supposed to be just 1. Yeah, it is 1. 1 and 1. Slider bar width is 10. We're saying bounce strength, and then we take shrink x. We should be... Huh? What is going on? Oh, why are we not printing this? It's supposed to be 1. Uh, well, I gotta do like Alt F4 at the same time as I do this. I don't know which one is visual and which one is... I guess I'll just... do both, and then I'll have a bit more info. Why is it the same for both? We have like... Okay, let's take out the 2 other sliders. Where do we build the UI? Here. Let's just comment these out. You can have an empty back. And now, the same. It's actually just the same. Right? But it's supposed to be different. Why do we have the same thing? We say build test UI, we give it a pixel size of 1. Pixel size is 1 here. Pixel size is 1 here. Let me go to get output. And we are modifying the pixel size here, I know that. We divide it by the bound size. It's not supposed to be a mistake though. Is it? we don't do this, what's the result? That's strange, but what if we modify this? And now it's magically centered on the mouse. Let's go. Mm-hmm. And if I take a look at the output to debug print, then we see that it's like consistent. The reason I wanted to divide by the bound size is because it kind of fixes everything for the rendering side. But the physical side wants to keep it consistent. Is this supposed to be no, right? That's entirely wrong. Oh. It's supposed to be like the total screen size. Because the problem is if I have a like if I have two UI elements here, one like this and another like this, then when we are rendering this on the UI side, all we get to know is kind of, oh, dude, I fucking twisted the knob on too tight. What the fuck? No, don't be stuck. Okay, I got it out. The sizes of these things are just relative to the screen, right? So if this is 2, then this is just, you know, proportionally. Like, hold on. Like, this is 2, and then this is going to be some, you know, like 2 minus the area that we have on the sides, right? I'm starting to think that I might have to kind of unify these things and make the visual rendering also just pass the entire size of the screen. And then we just divide at the end by the size, so we have the vertex, like with the vertex positions being correct. I think I'll do that. I don't want to, like, this math should work, but I don't want to struggle to make it work. I just want the code to work. So if I do that, let's think. I think it's supposed to be entirely different. Okay, what did I just have here? Okay, nice. Okay. So I guess I would be passing in the size of the screen instead of the pixel size. Hmm. This is still gonna be just a number between 0 and 1, and this is gonna be the screen size question mark. So here what we would have to do, so if the bounds were 0 to 1, doesn't really work. I think the bounds would have to be pixels. The bounds would be whole pixels, and then we have the screen size. The difficulty is that, well, no, there's no difficulty. Click area behaves differently than this thing. It just have different logic. True. 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 Wait, can I just... Can I just do that? And just avoid thinking. Where's there? Oh, it's supposed to be vector too. Are we still doing the thing that we're supposed to be doing? Yes, we are. Ooh, interesting. Let's get rid of this debug print by commenting it out, actually. Comment that out, and it's supposed to be correct. It's too much, so we have to divide by 2. And this might just work. Yep, it seems to be centered. Let's go. Yeah, I forgot that I can just cheat. I can just keep all of my systems the same. And we know that when we're getting click areas, the pixel size is always going to be 1 anyway, right? Yeah, we don't really care about it. I guess... what should I say? Is it going to be 80 of any use at any time? I don't think so. Because I'll still keep it here just so you know what it is. But you also know that we're not using it. That's awesome. So I gotta fix the rendering. Because we want this area to be like the whole thing. So what do we do here? Get slider active area. So there's, I guess, 2 things that we want. The active area for the physical side is a bit different from the active area of the rendering side, actually. Because on the rendering side, we don't want to take into account the slider bar width. Get rid of that. It's a bit distracting when all the text is covering the camera. Ba, 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 ba. Well, let's fix the discrepancy in a moment. I'll first do this thing. This might just be this. I'll actually keep it the same as it was before. This should affect both sides. It affects neither side. Is it too big? I'm not multiplying by pixel size. That's fair. And it is not equal. Oh, okay, the click area is being affected, but the render area is not being affected. I almost thought it was the opposite. Yeah. The slider bar is not being remapped correctly. Will this fix everything? Oh. Oh, okay. Will this fix everything? I don't know. Not quite. It's centered and then it's not. Yeah, because this rect is not supposed to take into account the token thing. It's like 2 rects that we want. Let me sit down. I've been already standing up for the start of the stream, which is 1 hour. And now I will tilt my screen down, and we will collectively all hope that my light does not fall. But warm. Okay, seems fine. Seems fine. I want to tilt the screen more. The greed. Okay, everything's fine. We're good. So what? Yeah, so we need 2 rects. I guess it's going to be different code after all for them. So I don't really, doesn't really make sense to have it as a function because it's going to be different for both sides. And this is going to be here. Oh my god, that is awful. Well, actually, it might still make sense to have it as a function. And I just need to call 2 functions on the rendering side. Question mark? Let's figure it out. Let's see if we end up using the function. If we don't use the function, then we don't use the function. Lolip. It does draw the gray box nicely, but it doesn't resize the area for anything. What happens here? No, we get an error. What is there? Oh, okay, we need to borrow. Kind of out of bounds. Or kind of half out of bounds. Is it? Wait, what is? Nice, close the text editor? That's awesome. Oh, because we need to take into account the... We don't actually need the bar width. We just need to take into account the thing. This thing. Didn't mean to do that. At least I think so. Still out of bounds. But by a different amount. Is this supposed to have both? Doesn't this thing have both? Like if I get this... Yeah, it has both. Oh, is it just... Yeah, let's just do... this thing? I guess both of them are incorrect. They didn't change where this thing renders. It's kind of... Or... let me see. Like trying to wrap my head around this. No, it stops at the appropriate area. But the click thing is actually incorrect. I have to fix that. So the rendering side is fully correct now. The click side is incorrect. I think that's because the click side is now taking into account the slider bar width, which it is supposed to do that. What is going on? What? Okay, let's make the padding 0. Let's simplify. Everything should work now. Oh, it doesn't! It doesn't work! Yay, it's broken! Oh no. Fuck. Uh-huh. This is supposed to use just this thing. Oh yeah, no, I can do this. And then another rendering is correct. This is being limited by too much. It's probably... That's even more. So now it's correct for rendering. Because a rendering does not want to take into account the slider bar width at all. But click areas do. So there's a discrepancy between these. We're using this thing now. We're using it here. Okay, well, it needs to be different now. To be basically this. I guess I'll just manually shrink this on the UI side. Oh. Yeah. This is what we want to do. I'll check something real fast. Yeah. Good. Alright. Okay. Place size for 2. Yep. Oh. Always I'm using it here. That is not supposed to take that into account. It's just... Okay, I need to change nothing else here. Right? Yeah, I just need to change the things on the click side. Which is here. No, it's here. What is the function called? So fucking out of my mind. Let's go get slider active area. We don't do it here? Question marks? Oh, because it's here. Yeah. Well, we know this, what this is. This is just... That it? That is it. Almost. On the other edge. So we gotta divide by 2. This is such a mess. But it's my mess. Now it's centered. Yippee! And now I should be able to add a padding area, and everything should still work the same. Oof, not quite. So the padding area is like twice as big as it should be. Maybe it's because I'm multiplying it by 2. That's a very reasonable thing to assume. Ooh, it's still offset. So it thinks that this is the maximum size, and it is not. It means that the click area is smaller than it should be. Why is that? Not sure. Oh, let's see what happens. Stops at the correct location. But if we have 0 padding, then it's incorrect now, right? Yep. We need that thing there so that the 0 padding case works. And oh boy, does it work. Well, why is it when I add padding, no longer what it should be? It really seems like there's just twice as much padding as there should be. Well, this is affecting both the rendering and the thingy thing. How are we using this on the rendering side, and how are we using it on the game side? I think there's a discrepancy between those. Oh my god. Fuck. You know what? I'm tempted to do this quote unquote manually. What does it look like now? We don't take the bounce into account, and then we just say, I guess we can. And we need to divide that by 2 as well. So let's put these into the same thing. Wowee, it works! Yippee! Oh! So now this function is being used only in one place. Okay, let's actually commit this and then put this back where it's supposed to be. This seems good. Yeah, we can click on the slider, it does the thing. We can have a padding area. We can click on the padding area and this does the max value. Yahoo. And really, I don't want the padding area to be like 50, maybe like 20. Do I even want the padding area? That's a good question to be asking now, after I'm already done with it. Holy shit. I think it's fine. If it's like 10 pixels, then it's like reasonable to have there. Oy oy oy. Me when I tilt my screen more and risk the light falling. Yeah, I'm gonna get a better setup for the light and the camera soon. We'll see, we'll see. If I want to make the keyboard be straight on video, then it's gonna be tilted for me. That's awesome. Oh, hello cleared. Thank you. And good morning. I wonder how long it took me to notice your message. Yeah. Yeah, I finally got this UI stuff to work. It's 1 second. Okay, okay. I'm active. Do you like my branch name? It's a UI layout before cleaning commits goblin behavior. But I think I'm at the stage where I do need to clean the commits and merge in. But this is working. And I can change the slider bar width if I wanted to. It could be 100 pixels, technically. Wow, look at that fucking chunky bar. That's actually awesome. So cool that I can just do it and it works. Let's go. Anyway, let's re-enable the others and hope that they are actually not broken. I mean, we have unlimited, right? That's an option. Are you happy with that? I spy without a lie. These are not correct. Yeah, I mean, I'd also make it so you can't have, like, 5 is the minimum number they can have. Well, you know, it is what it is. I might have, like, a different kind of button where it's like, oh, like, we have VSync as well, right? So, there's some stuff they could do with that. Oh yeah, the padding area is not correct. on these. Let me change the size of the slider bar so it's reasonable again. Right now you can't, but I'll make that a thing. Don't you worry. There's, yeah, okay, I wanted to remove a debug print. I plan to also make the UI navigatable with just the keyboard. Like, that is a goal that I have. Here, this padding area, for some reason, this is incorrect. But I'm making this UI through, like, poke programming, so it's like vibe coding, but without an AI. Let's go. And you can also see that it's not centered. So I guess it's just the visual side being bad. The physical side is actually correct. The visual side is stinky. So let's see what's going on. The pixel size is gonna be, it's supposed to be smaller in here. But let's do multiply there and see if it fixes everything. Well, it's keeping the size consistent, but well, it's keeping the size inconsistent. And the bound sizes are actually also wrong. But it is centered on the cursor. Oh, but it's not centered here. Lol. Oh, I clicked on the exit button without realizing. That's awesome. Oh my god. Are we just not supposed to use the pixel size at all? Okay, let's actually test that theory. Nope, that is not correct. My brain. Also, actually, I did do some drawing beforehand. Well, let me move that window out of the way. Just like when I was trying to like, think about stuff. That's cool. I did do the thing that I was thinking about. I think I also mentioned that on stream. Why the hell are you incorrect? Okay, so what do we actually expect here? So if we, well, time to draw more. Lolly. Hopefully that wasn't overly loud. So if we have, oh, let me maybe show myself. Lol. So if we have the screen here, so the other slider bar is like the entire width of the screen. So like starts here, ends here. Okay, let's just use this. So the one slider bar is like this, and the other slider bar like starts around here, and then it goes like this. All right. And. We have some buffer size on both sides. It's a different color. And here we want the same length of a buffer. So this is like, say it's this size. We don't want it to change depending on the size of the slider. What happens currently in here? You get output data. We get the padding size, which is this. And we multiply by pixel size. And pixel size is supposed to just convert our like 0 to 1 coordinates or 0 to 2 coordinates into actual pixels. Or actually the other way around. It's supposed to convert our pixel sizes into whatever like coordinate system this is. So it's just incorrect for this smaller one. This is basically what's happening. And is it and it's simply just incorrect. So how should we derive this pixel size thing? By default, we're passed a value that maps a pixel. Like, we're passed a value where we can map pixel values onto this big range. Like that we have figured out. This works. We need to modify that pixel size value so it works for subsections of the screen. Isn't it supposed to be the same value though? Where do we remap the thing? This remap function is probably the problem. Let's see what we do on the remap. We do this. So we have the, so we're handling the rectangle. In like 0 to 1 coordinates. And then we at the very end kind of just do a thingy thing. Hold on, where do we do the remapping? Am I not remapping? Is that the issue? Hold on. That might be the issue. So I'm doing that, but But the text sizes and these are being correctly handled. Okay, because the bounds that are given to us are correct. Okay. So we're given the correct bounds. I think that I shouldn't change the pixel size thing at all. That's kind of where I'm leaning. Oh no, but it should be changed. Do we want to know the pixel size within this rectangle? Is the issue. Welcome back. Yeah. Because for this big slider, the pixel size is the same because it's aligned. For this one, it's not. So if we had a slider that's half of the screen, so let's say this is around half. These are the padding areas. Then the pixel size should be either half or twice. Let me think which one it is. Like, let's say this is 2. And this is 1. And then I want to do something. Okay, let me try to think of a simple case. My brain is not braining. So if we had a bounce size, which is 1 pixel, then our pixel size is 1. But if we have a bounce size that's bigger, then let's say our bounce size covers 2 pixels, the pixel size is going to be 0.5. So the bigger the thing is, the smaller the pixel size variable is. And the smaller the area, the bigger the pixel size area. Yes. The pixel size should basically be what it is. It's gonna be our bound size divided by screen size. Or the other way around. Pretty sure that's it. If our bounce is the size of the screen, then the size is 1. If our bounce is smaller, hold on. There's 1. Well, this is if I can implement it, and I can like switch it around if need be. Yeah. This is like this type of simple math is the one that I feel like I'm the worst at. I don't know why. It just feels like I don't have intuition for it. Help. Okay. So I guess we just want to pass the screen size around, honestly, and not the pixel size. Like, what is the max size of the screen? That's what we want to know. Do we have anything uncommitted? We do. Let's fucking mass replace everything. Yep, and then we go to game. And what are we doing here? Here's this. Oh, I guess on build test UI, this is already the same. Like, we are assuming the bounds. Well, I guess it's not assume it. Oh, we'll just pass it explicitly, whatever. I can just say yes. Yippee! And then we go in the window. And we say that our screen size is 2. Everything's gonna be broken, but I'm curious about how exactly it's broken. So I'm gonna check. Oh, we just don't see the bar. Oh, wrong file. That's supposed to be in UI. We have... Okay, so now we have the screen size here. I don't really have to do anything with this here. Just kind of take these out for now. It no longer makes sense to do those things. Oh, what's the issue? 228. Oh. Okay. Still not rendering. Oh yeah, okay. Before I had... Oh, I'm gonna need this here, but... I probably need to divide by screen size in those areas. What are we modifying here? And this also... should probably be just .x. Yeah. And here we need the thingy thing. Okay. Still no. What are we doing incorrectly here? Are we multiplying by screen size anywhere? We are. Well, okay, let's see why we are not drawing the color quad. We have this and this. This should make sense. Ooh. That doesn't make sense. Let's just print the screen size. Make sure that it makes sense. Oh, but we're just giving it 2 as the screen size, right? Saying 2. It's not supposed to be 2. It's supposed to be the actual screen size. Do we have a window size anywhere? Oh my god. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Okay, so this is correct, but the width of the slider bar is not correct. We have half of it working. So I bar rack. So the problem is that this is somewhere taking into account the size of the slider bar, and it's not supposed to do that. So here we have bounds being taken into account for this, and then we are taking into account here when we are not supposed to do that. I guess I could cheat. Not quite. Not quite. It's gonna be... What if I don't remap it at all? Oh, then there's just 3 sliders at the... that's great. Well, the remap is doing some heavy lifting, actually. We don't want to get rid of it. Let's first do a sanity check and see which one of these are correct. And here we actually need GIMP. So this is 10 pixels. And this is 3 pixels. And it's supposed to be 10 pixels. Okay. Bar rect. So I guess we want the bar middle to take into account the thingy thing, but not the rectangle itself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do we have a function for this? We have remap point. Guess I would want like remap but keep size. Do I just make that? Or do I do this manually? See possible self false. Just copy that. Let's test it out, you know? So it's gonna be... Oh, no, it's supposed to be the other way around. So self is gonna be direct pulse, and then we have 2, which is... But then we just had the remap on, so slider drag area rect. Oh, didn't mean to go there. Not quite. So we want the vertical size to also change. That's kind of cursed. New image. Are these sizes 10 pixels each? They are not. They're 5 pixels each. And if I drag them to the very edge, then they're just all screwed up. Yippee! 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 I guess that kind of makes sense. Because the remapping also, like, it changes the size, but it keeps it, like, precisely lined up with the edge. The temptation to call it a feature is so strong. Oh my god, you have no idea. I guess we're just not doing the remap. Okay, so we have this, and what do we need for the Y position? We're gonna have constant Y. Bar width is gonna stay the same, and then we have this is probably gonna be incorrect. Yeah, so it needs to be scaled to the width of the bar. It's very interesting. Okay, anyway. Ooh. Bar rank start. So this is incorrect. Bar X middle is incorrect. Okay, we gotta fix bar X middle, and I think everything's fine after that, kind of, maybe. Yeah, it should be. Limit as F32. Let's just see what this does. Okay. So I think we want the scale factor still here. Why are we there? We're just smack dab in the center of the screen. Oh, because this is 0. That's why. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm trying to figure out the start position in pixels. It's gonna be like minus... It's gonna be like that. Or then... not. It's gonna be like minus 0.5 actually. Or minus 1. It might be minus 1, honestly. Yeah, it's minus 1. I did this before, and then I remapped, but now I'm no longer remapping, so I have to do the same thing that I was doing before. Oh, the min value is correct, but the max value is not correct. So we need twice as much range. Be 2 question mark. Almost correct. And we're not taking into account the slider bar width. Nope. At least it looks like that. I'll do 2 there. Could be... yeah, it's the same issue. Okay. Do we not divide this? I think we do, though. Right? Yeah, we do divide that. Okay, so now it's almost correct. It's just that we're not taking into account the width of the slider. There's like 3 slider bars at the bottom here in one. Okay, but that's progress. Holy shit. Truly, who needs AI for vibe coding? So true. Oh, actually, no, 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 no. We should be taking into account the bounce here. Well, that's correct, but this is, well, almost correct. I think it's going a bit above. Okay, let's just fucking try dividing, whatever. But so what I'm thinking is that this is all bullshit. Okay, not that. Let's be a bit more positive. As the issue is that the bounce size of these sliders are smaller, but I just don't care right now. Like the bar X middle just goes relative to the screen. Yeah, we're not taking into account the screen anywhere. So how do we make this take into account the screen? This is what kind of value is this actually? Who is this value? What are they doing? There's almost one here. I guess the negative one here. Bruh. Oh, I only ever like check the other side for being good. Lol. This is actually supposed to be maybe times 4, but I at least need to do that, I think. So that goes a bit above the thing, and that goes a bit above the thing still. We need to divide more. Or actually, we need to multiply more. Do we? Or is it just without any multiplication? Question mark? No, it is not. Should I actually understand what's going on with the math? Asking for a friend. You know, this is correct. We need to divide by, like, twice more, essentially. So, to me, it would make sense that we divide by twice as more. Like we do that thing. It's not correct. What my intuition tells me, but it is not correct. Fucking times 3. It is... It makes no sense to me that that should work. but I live in the world where it works. Sure, sure. Can't wait to simplify this math. Never. And see what's actually going on. Oh, it's probably because of the padding. I'm gonna just quickly confirm that that's the case. That's the same as ×3 now. And if I change the padding size, then it should work the same. Yep. Almost. Okay. So we need to multiply the padding by 2. Okay. They both need to be multiplied by 2, and then we also need to take into account here. That's better. It's not better. We almost stop at the correct spot. I'm somewhat tempted to not do this right now and just move on to other things, but this shouldn't be that hard. Is what I'm thinking. Oh. Let's do an experiment of like trying to do this from a clean slate, right? Because this is there anything here that I want to keep? Let's keep the button text, right? I think that's valid. Making the rect also is valid once we have the actual thing. That's also valid. Let's get rid of everything else though. Now I've like inner pieced it. Everything looks so neat. So we have, oh actually I'm already still have the shrinking thing here, but the padding area was actually correct, so this is fine. Yeah, I'm not using this thing here at all. So these two things are not actually being used at all. I actually just go line by line. like I'm gonna do that. Lol. Does this give an error? It doesn't. Great, so I can see what it looks like. Wow, look at that. The bar is incorrect. uh, oh, okay, I need to dereference the thing. Okay. I need to divide by screen size. Now we have a singular bar at the very start, which is outside of the active area. That's fine. But I actually want to... Okay. I'll just have the active area here, and then we can borrow it here. Right, and now that's lined up with the start of the active area. What's there? Okay, I mean, to dereference the limit. And this is going to be incorrect, but I don't know how it's going to be incorrect. Okay. So this needs to go from... I have a linear remap function, so let's use that. And the values go from 0 to 500. And then we want to go from -1 to... Well, actually, maybe not -1. Could it be from active area dot pos dot x to the position times the size. Not quite. So, are we going past this? We need to shrink the active area by the width of the thingy thing. Bar domain just sounds nice. Now this side is correct, but then we are stopping too early here. Oh, there's a shrink. Okay. That's correct, but that's incorrect. And that's correct. That's awesome. The math still sucks ass, but at least it's correct. That felt like, you know, someone could say that was like me looking in, but it felt more like achieving clarity, you know? I can change the bound size, it's still good. I can change the bar rec or bar width. Oh, it is not centered on the cursor. I think this is a physics side issue. Yeah, because this is staying in the bounds perfectly. The active area is just calculated incorrectly for the click area. I kind of wish that I could render the click area, but I'll probably do that at some point anyway. But the visual side is figured out. I'm like 99% sure that the visual side is what it's supposed to be. And I just have to fix the physics side. I love saying physics side when it's just clicking on a UI. Well, you know, it is what it is. Lol. Alright. So let me have this here, the click area. Could it be that we just multiply this by 2? Ooh, it is not. Okay, well now it's also centered on the mouse. That was easy. Why did I struggle with this for like 30 minutes? Very good question. Through the spiritual side, yeah, I just connected with the, not even the machine, because it's just, this is just logic, right? Math. Connected with math. Matthew. It's crazy to think that here the actual active click area like starts from here, because this is the last middle position that the like slider bar can occupy. Dude, should we make the slider bar width depending on the current FPS? I think that would be awesome. Let's commit first. Did I commit already? So this is like, we enter fuck around territory, just to see what happens. Let's say 100 here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks incorrect, which is correct, because I didn't do the other side yet. So we have the width being multiplied by this. Ooh, I guess it needs to also change the offset. Yeah, that makes sense. Linear remap. Would we take into account the size of the thing here? Question marks. Correct. Pulse X linear map limit 0500. It's on the bar domain. Okay. Now we can have the slider bar change its width depending on where it is, and it still works. Do divide by 10, so it's a bit more interesting. Ooh, interesting. So when I click on a position, when I click again, it's a different value. Like, it doesn't instantly go to the right value when I click. But if I drag, then it is like the right value. Oh, and look at the slider bars. Like, hold on. If I change this like this, then I can actually point at the screen. Well, look at these slider bars here. Like, how they're moving. Like, this side of the bar going this way. Holy shit, it's like hard to keep track of it. But it's like, no. That's great. On because here the size is bigger than the fucking like entire sliding area. Oh, okay. It doesn't like that. That's great. Anyway, let's revert back. That's funny. Yeah. Fucking finally. I've struggled with this for a bit. Let's make this like 20 and 10. What I think will happen is I'll have a like configurable widths for these, but I think these are like healthy sizes. These work. That's good. Okay, so there's some to-do differences. I'm gonna start standing up again. I've been sitting for long enough. Now let me tilt my monitor back, but make sure that the light doesn't fall. I'm just gonna put the light down for a moment. Turn the monitor. I think that's the angle, and then put the light back up there. There we go. That's all good. Oh yeah, dude. Also, I was thinking I could do a meme where I would have like a designated piece of paper somewhere on the screen, and it would just say like, hold on. Ooh, actually, I don't want to do this on top of the mousepad. I need another piece of paper. It's like terrible writing, but whatever. And then I would have Oh, it's not fucking visible. Oh, it is visible. I'm just... It's a bit small, I guess. I would have like a thing that says like latest follower, and then I would just type the name of the latest follower on the paper. I think that'd be funny. Yeah, yeah. A little bait for people to follow. Smile. Aye, aye. Anyway, okay, let's look at the diff. I have like comments as well. Actually, I'm not gonna do like this. Let me look at the to-do as well. Like, this is done. Yeah, that's done. This is still like to do. True. So true, so true. Yeah. I mean, this is assuming that I will save the papers, right? I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I guess it wouldn't be that hard to keep an archive of them. Um just keep a stack of papers, like that's not gonna take up that much space. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Let me think about the moving thing a bit. Because we get UI input here, but I could also do a thing. Your message failed to send. That. Uh, do I really care about that anymore? Oh, there's some duplicate code here. I guess if I'm on separation, I could have a thing. Like, if I have different kinds of buttons, like horizontal sliders, then I would ask them, like, oh, what's your value? And then we'll take it here. But then I do want to, like, match on the type of thing that it is, that I can just manipulate the game. But we'll see. We'll see. I do want to eliminate the duplicate code. Like here, you see these two functions being the exact same. It's just kind of cringe, but you know, I just wanted it to work. Fight me. Don't fight me. Uh I think we're just merging to main. Like this is done for now. Go here and then and now we have the most fun part ever. So I kind of want myself to be visible behind the GitHub desktop window. So we're gonna add more things. Oh, oh, there we go. Hello. Let's add the green as well. And the red. That's awesome. And then duplicate, and we have red. So true. At least if it's in shadow, you know, then it's like it merges in to be the same at a certain shade. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, we need more. What did I see that was blocking me? This is gonna be like gray too. And then we're gonna have a gray 3. Fucking hell. There we go. Well, do we add the blue? Oh, this is good. This is green 2 and red 2 as well. No. Fuck it all. I don't think so. And you know, it's good to live in the real world, but I kind of hate that you said that. I don't fucking know which version this is. It's this version. I don't know when it came out. But yeah. We're gonna have gray 4 as well. Duplicate gray 4. It's this thing. I think I want those to be invisible as well. So let's do another one. Select the color, pick screen. We're taking this. And then still one. Selected line 2. Select color, pick screen color, and take this. Okay, okay. There's a gray 3, a gray 5, I mean. It would be awesome if I could just tell OBS, like, render all text above me, but I can't really do that. Like, it's not really a thing. Does this look strange? What does this look like to you, in your eyes? Also, if I like try to full screen something, then everything goes away. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Is the text readable? Like, if you wanted to read this, like, can you? Fair. Fair. I mean, if someone really wanted to, then they could. True. I am the watermark. I am the watermark. That's awesome. Anyway. Oh, there's so much There's so much has changed. Oh my god. Dude, I've been a goblin. Just committing, not caring about anything. How do I separate this into separate commits is the question. Is this going to be a massive commit where I say lol UI work? I'm really curious. I need to check this thing that you've linked me. I have a certain like thing that I want to do now. I don't know how to tell you this, but we're gonna have more and more colors in the chroma key thing and hope that it doesn't affect any text anywhere, right? Like surely we will never. Like surely this will never backfire. Oh, that's a different color. Or I just need to. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. I was looking at the different thing. Now let's go. I'm here. I've invaded. It. I really do like how it looks though. That's awesome. Is it becoming a different shade? No, it's not becoming a different shade. It's just that I need to add one more color. It's just one more color, guys. Trust me. It's just one more color. I don't know, dude. That's a good question. But does it doesn't screw up the text editor or the console? I don't think so. There's some text here. Seems fine. Anyway. GitHub desktop. Oh. Because there is AI, but well, that was easy. And I can go back to my life. Yeah. The life is so simple. Oh my. Yeah, the release window for any game that I'm making might get postponed by 2 years if I get AI here, because that means that I have to make my own Git GUI. Actually, no, it doesn't mean that. It means that I just have to get the like I just have to get this working. Right? And everything else works except pushing. So I would just need to set up the SSH keys or whatever bullshit. True. Also, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking that it would be very cool if everyone in the world came to an agreement where it's like, okay, we should have a magic string that just breaks AI, right? Like, you know the Anthropic like magic string where if Claude like reads it, it's like it just refuses to do anything anymore. I think we should have that be like a global thing. Or well, I guess the only problem is like if you're trying to navigate websites, then you might want to have something that helps you with AI and it doesn't care about the string. But it's like I guess it would be for like data harvesting. Yeah, but it should be like if you do certain things with your AI, you know, like if you're training a large model, then fuck you, you know, like you're not allowed to use anything with the string. But I guess the thing is, it shouldn't be fucking opt out anyway. Like everyone should be opting in for the data collection, right? Of like, oh, you can use my data, like here you go. But I think what is happening right now is that everything's kind of like you can use anything as long as the person that you're using the data from doesn't sue you with really good lawyers. I love that this works though. Oh man. Actually, one thing I want to ask from you specifically is that I mean, I have a machine that I can't port forward or like get on the internet, but I can run things like SyncThing on it. And I'm like, I don't know if I could somehow self-host my Git stuff on that machine, provided that I can port forward. That's what I've been thinking. Anyway, let's just make an ugly commit. Did I run cargo format on this? Oh, I didn't mean to open the browser. At least here it didn't change anything. That's awesome. Just know that you'll be doxxed. What do you mean? I mean, the problem is that I can't port forward, right? Like my ISP is just like, nah. Like the ports are simply not available. So they're basically thinking, okay, so it's like I2P, Tor, YGG, and then I have Git behind that. And then I can just access my stuff and do the stuff. I see what you're putting down. Those are really interesting. I could turn this camera a bit. I'm gonna show you something, right? So if I turn this camera up a bit, you can see my messy table, and you can also see my light. Like it's just on top of my monitor, right? But you can't see the dust particles that are flying above, sadly. But the dust particles, they like come here and then they like fly slightly up. And I'm like, I don't know if that's normal airflow or if what's happening. No, it's a different angle now. No. I fucked it. Oh, hold on. Still sounded different. That's just almost the same. Not quite though. But I think the easiest fix is just changing this area on OBS. There you go, now you can't see the table anymore. And then let's center it. There we go. I'm gonna get a better mic and light kind of stand thing at some point. But yeah. I gotta say, I do love how this looks now. Like, this is so fucking cool. And select the text now is over me, that's fine. I'm not gonna be selecting text all the time in the GitHub desktop. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna make, as I said, an ugly commit, but I will look at some stuff like some completely irrelevant stuff I'm gonna leave out. Like this to-do comment, for example, is completely outdated, so I don't need it. And we're gonna include in the commit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, about the reflection stuff, if that happens, too bad. I think everything here is kind of relevant. That's funny. Yep. 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 Oof. There's a lot of comments being removed. Oh shit. I'm so glad this comment is here. So I was programming in class. I think it was actually like we have programming class, but there's not really much for me to do there, so I just did my own code. And basically what I was thinking is that can I change the highlight mode perhaps? You would have some kind of code here. It needs to be immutable. Let's just say we have some code like this. And then well, it's supposed to be B. Dude, new code formatting style dropped. Like this would be completely valid Rust. We're using semicolon. Wait, hold on, I can. Wait, why can I not like de-indent this? I guess because there's stuff at the beginning of the line, it doesn't want to do it. But imagine just having shit like this. Actually, I wanted this with more spaces in between. How do you feel about this? What's your take? Uh, I like really seriously want to have a section like this somewhere. What is it like on my screen? Oh no, it's like I thought this is like something on my screen, but it's just a semicolon in the code in the perfect position to make me like wonder about it. Anyway, uh, yeah. I really want to have a section that just uses something like this. Like we're calculating like the y and x values for something at the same time, and we just do it side by side. Because why not? Why not? Right? And if you wanted to go further, then you could like have this be, centered. But I think that takes away from the meme, right? Because you can see that it's clearly like not supposed to be like that. Whereas this, it's just two columns of code. Like it's so innocent. I actually really want to run this just to make sure that it actually is correct. Let's go to main. let's just do this at the very start. Let's make this 4, so I'm going to be printing 1 and then 5. Yes. Yes. But if I did, like, also here, it would make sense for this to be, like, more indented. We don't... this editor doesn't have good support for multi-column code editing. So sad. Then I completely valid Rust code. And then if I do particle format, then it just does this very, very boring, right? Like, where's the fun in that? I love how it's not even that hard to modify it to be multi-column. That's awesome. I gotta write that down somewhere, like, better, so I can remember it for later. Anyway, also, oh, desktop environment. Okay. Yeah, I was like thinking what DE? Yeah, you went desktop environment. I was gonna have that exist there. Yeah, I actually don't need to look at the text editor. I just need to look at this thing here. Yeah, we don't have a scroll container. We have a horizontal list container. We might need a scroll container at one point, but not yet. Yep. And the UI is different as well. Like one line that we're not committing here. We also have stuff here. Uh, these can be discarded. This can be discarded. This can be discarded. And this goes into the to-do file. Nice. That's done. We're on main. We are on main. And the slider works. I clicked on the quit button. It's like in a troll position right now. That works. Nice. let's make an actual menu and kind of put everything that we want into there. We don't really need the print things at all. I don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. I have 3 buttons now. I kind of wonder what it looks like. Okay, nice. We maybe don't want the UI to take up the whole fucking screen. Maybe like a smaller rectangle here. Show. I'm gonna have a free container. I kind of forgot how they're made, so I'm gonna cheat. Okay, so it's just a Vic. So these are in there. We need to have 2 things per thing. And we need to have the rectangle here. Oh, actually, no. We don't need them here. Almost blundered. I need the 2 things on this level. I think this will make it just full size. And change nothing. Nah, I don't want the UI to take up the whole window. That's the point. So what are we... Okay. 210, this is incorrect, question mark? Oh, okay, so it's supposed to be... Yeah, okay. Yep, now this is the same. Let's say that we want to take it, make it take half of the screen space, make 0.5, and then 0.5. Not quite. Almost. There we go. Now it's half of the screen. And we don't really take into account if it should be a certain pixel size. I guess I should do that, honestly. Because if you take a look at like some Minecraft UI, for example, then I think it is a consistent amount of pixels. But we'll deal with this for now. I think this is passable, like... And we're gonna probably have like 5 buttons or something on this level. And... yeah, these are not gonna be like this is video settings and close game. Okay, so the question now becomes, how do I want this to connect to the game? Right? We have the UI. I guess I need a list of saves, honestly. So I'm probably gonna need a scroll container pretty soon. Dude, I'm getting hungry. That's one thing. That is one thing. Let's see. Thinking. Also, actually, off-topic thing. Off-topic thing. Where's my Git? There's my Git. I had some small fun doing this. Just, you know, just the hello world thing. But I don't think I'm gonna really do anything with this. But I wanted to see what it's about, right? Like, like, yippee. True. Yeah. Oh, I was curious, and I was thinking, like, if I wanted to make a meme where, okay, like, I write something that makes writing assembly easier and kind of like build like my own compiler meme and language. But then I was like, okay, how do I open a file? There was not a straightforward answer. And I was like, yeah, like if I can't open a file, it's like, you know, whatever. I'll work on the game, right? I'll do that. But it was fun to get this running. Uh and then what else? Yeah. And then I started thinking, like, if I start targeting some assembly thing, I'm still thinking like WebAssembly might be the thing that I target. Just because, you know, that'll run in the browser, right? And it would be really interesting to like make something that's very, very minimal. Like I would imagine that like if you Rust does compile to WebAssembly. But like if you wanted to do a hello world in WebAssembly, then I think the Rust size is gonna have some like bloat on it, like understandably, right? And then and if we made a small game, then the Rust WASM file is gonna be larger than if you like handcrafted the fucking WASM. Like that's just a given. And having a language that is kind of native to WASM would be closer to hand rolling it than having just a like general purpose language compiled to WASM, right? But then again, it's like, do those size differences even matter? That's also a thing to keep in mind. With WASM is a great word. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I guess I should have a list of things, like a dynamic list of things. I don't have anything. Oh, I have things uncommitted. Okay, so I think I want to have a dynamic list of things, and then I want to add lines to it. So I'm gonna take this like warm shirt off because it's too hot in this room. So BRB. Anyway, I'm back. Um, Yes, yes, yes. Just do... And we're gonna have something here. Ba, ba, ba. So I'll just place another thing next to this other list. Oh wait, is this formatted code? Surely not. Is it this terrible? Yeah, it's not. Okay. I clicked the wrong thing. It was like, it's barely indifferent, but I thought that was better. Lule. I love the placebo formatting. Is this the correct level? It is not the correct level. I'm supposed to be after that. This is the first element of the vec. This is the second element. This is the closing of the vec. And this is the closing of the free container. Okay. Good, good, good. Pardon me, I didn't have the reaction time to mute. So this is gonna be 0.5 start? 0.75 actually. Be 0.25 and then 1.0 for that. Okay, and here we place the bonds. Yep. I guess I could do mapping shenanigans. Do I have a... How do we make bonds? Actually, I used to do it here, and then I don't anymore. I think that's... And then we collect. And then we need to do into ither here. Nice. Some iterator magic here. I think this makes sense, right? And we don't like for loop and whatever. This kind of came naturally to me. Am I too deep in the rust? Asking for a friend. Let's also make this a thing that we actually don't pass in, so our life is a bit easier for testing purposes. Nice. Thank you for validating me. Ooh. Link. If you have the link, you can send me the link. I just completely forgot about the fucking thing, honestly. Dude, having a fucking full screen A shouldn't be funny, but I don't know what to tell you. It got me to laugh. It got an honest chuckle out of me, right? And part of the reason is that it kind of looks like the fucking Amogus, right? I think that might be a part of it. I see. Oh, now you're no longer a fan. Wait. Okay, I knew my ABCs. Okay, so the thing here is that we just have a... like, we just split the area evenly for everything. Which is kind of what we want to do. Let's say that this is mutable. No way, is that actually the URL? That's awesome. Oh yeah, and now do 10 first. Yeah, let's now do 50. Yeah, so you can see that it's not quite good. And also, does it go only up to 49? And it starts at 10? Huh? What is going on? Oh, well, I mean, the iterator goes up to 49. If the iterator goes to 50, then it goes to 50. And also, I, for some reason, didn't parse. Like, I looked at the 10, I was like, oh, that's the first number. No, there's numbers above it, but they look different because there's only one digit. That's awesome. Anyway, so now we can clearly see that I won't be able to use this kind of list container if we have too many items. Here my hand is visible. So I need to create like a scroll container. And here's the question. Are we gonna have the same size for each and every element? Or are we gonna have variable size? I think... I guess... like, I'm thinking of some fancy UI where we have different size things, but let's just do same size for everything. Because it's easier to make work. And I'll check out the quiz in a moment. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't panic. We're gonna survive. And I guess... let's make this a named fucking thing. Actually, I really want to check out the quiz like right fucking now. Well, what are you saying not to? Uh... F32. Yes, alright. Okay, good. What are you coding? Oh, like you just coded and you didn't... Didn't tell me? I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, look, there's a color that I've already included in my thing. Oh, and if I turn off Dark Reader, then let's go! I'm visible! That's awesome. Okay, introduction. This is the unfair Rust quiz. Blah blah blah. Okay, nice meme. I don't even fucking know what the trade solver is. Thank you, thank you. Stacked borrows and I have no fucking clue what that is. Nice meme. Oh, so this is undefined, unsafe code, and I need to know if it does undefined behavior or not. Well, the thing is, well, okay, let's try. Pointer null. I might revisit these questions later, because for this, I would just be purely guessing, right? Chosen by a Paradise roll, so true. So we do this. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. And then okay. I think the only potential thing here, I don't think there's a platform where the U size is smaller than a U8. I don't think that's possible. I think this is safe. Or like doesn't produce on undefined behavior. What? Damn. Creating an integer value from uninitialized memory is still undefined behavior. Okay, okay. I'm not fully visible here. Okay. Oof. Yeah, but this is I can say just based on looking at these two, I am not familiar enough with the, or I guess how this website would word it is that I'm not as gay as I would need to be to know these things. But yeah, no, I just haven't. Yep. So true, so true. Damn. Yeah, no, that is so interesting. I thought that it was gonna be easier, honestly. But that is very, very... Yeah. It's just going deep, very deep into the rush shenanigans. I need this here. Also, the vertical scroll container needs the current scroll position. I guess I could have a like scroll progress, and 1 is the bottom, and 0 is the top. So one thing that I'm confused about is that if I have a struct with a vec of those structs in it, then that's like you can't do that, right? Like if I have like this is not valid as far as I know. What? Okay, so it is valid. What code did I have that was not valid before? Now I'm thinking, what was I doing before? Okay, apparently you can do this. So I was like, yeah, this makes sense. But I have everything enums. So it's like something that I was trying to do that was similar that didn't work. Then, well, doesn't matter. Go damn. Alright, now we have a... Well, I'm like thinking now, like, would that change anything if I made these structs? Would it make operating this thing easier? Not really. I mean, it would just make the code look different, but it would do the same stuff anyway. Okay, fine. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I guess I could put the date here as well. There we go. Why am I not getting a second error? There's supposed to be a second error here. Yeah, it's output. No, get outputs. I think that's what I want. Those are ignored. That's fine. Oh, fuck. I was looking at the wrong place. Here I'm supposed to recurse the children. Alright. See you. Hope you have a good time. I actually don't remember if you told me what you were gonna be doing, but yep. I hope whatever it is, that it goes well. And have a good one. Yeah. being mysterious. Yeah, I hope it's all like either that's something fun, and if it's not something fun, that it goes well. Yep. Yeah. So. That is what I meant to write. What I was supposed to write. Oh, I'm almost out of water. I can still drink, though. I have a little bit left. Aye. Let's see. So how do we do this layout thing? We actually need the scroll bar position here. I guess we need the fucking children as well. And what else do we have here? Height per element. We need all of them, kind of. The fucking ladder here. Just... Oh, I was thinking that I was gonna point it, but my camera is not the... where it's supposed to be for that. Or it would need to be for that. I just have the ladder going down here. Anywho. Yeah, we do want the height per element here, because like on the other ones we calculate the height per child, because that's how it kind of works here. But here it's different. This is a bit messed up, because this is going to be like when I specify the height, then it's like 0.5 is going to be like half of the screen instead of me specifying the pixels. Damn, no water. Okay. Also, a problem is that I'm gonna be rendering things that I'm not supposed to render. Oof, that's a bit rough. I guess if I damn, the bleed through on this marker is crazy. This fucking marker. Anyway, like if I have my list of scrollable items here, and I'll have the elements here. Imagine that these are all the same height, and we have one element here at the bottom that's kind of half there. What do we do here? You know, it's like we want to render it partially, not completely. And you know, I mean, we also have these here. These are a bit easier, right? We just don't render these. For click areas, we want them to be there. For rendering, we don't want them to be there. Actually, no, even for clicking, we don't want them to be here. And then we hope that we don't have any scroll bars that we have to keep track of on the list. Or then we just need to handle that properly. I can't spin a fucking pen. Thinking. How do people do this? Like, do I like clip the rendering somehow? Like, do I have a rectangle for the things and like the fragment rate shader? I like look at the rect and then I'm like, okay, is this in the area that it's supposed to render in? What is the focus doing? Oh my god. Can I get it to just like stop doing that? I tried to have like a thing that, you know, like use manual focus instead of automatic. But this wants to do automatic focus, and I can't tell the camera what to do, which is a bit annoying. But I guess for now, I shouldn't worry about this part. I'll figure it out later. I don't know how to do that. I'm looking at the camera, fucking refocusing again. Did I get control over the focus? No, I didn't. Wonder why I can't fucking control anything on my camera. Well, it works. It at least works. That's fine. Yes. So we'll just be naive. Okay, so now we know where we are kind of supposed to be. Let's ignore the scroll progress for now and just make it kind of work. You know, like kind of. And our start position is going to be bounce. We don't need to actually worry about that. We'll just make the rect. We started at 0, 0. Our height, our width is that. Height is going to be height per element. And our Y position is actually going to be something like that. Not exactly like that. Oh, it's going to be divided by height per element. Oh yeah, maybe we need to do something with this. I'll just remap to what is the error? Oh. Oh, it's supposed to be here. There. There we go. Let's see what the output is. We still see everything, which is not really what we wanted. What are we saying for height per element? Oh, we're not using the fucking thing. Okay, maybe that's the issue. Yep. Build test UI. Oh, and then we need yep. Uh, let's do that. Oh, we have a single A here. Well, well, well. That is not quite correct. This could be 1.0 minus that, I guess. We need to flip it around. It's terrible. Let's go. I wonder where this is going. Oh. Okay, now that makes more sense. Okay, now we have first elements visible here. That's good. And if I resize the screen, then it should just stretch. Yep. That all makes sense so far. Let's make this like a bit fucked, so it's not neat anymore. Oh, never mind. It's just this neat anyway. Let's make it even less neat. I guess it is less neat, but I just don't see it now. Should we do like pi? On top of an element showing is the point. There we go. Like now we see clearly that it's being cut off. Okay. And now we want to scroll. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, okay, now here, not having the UI exist kind of bites me in the ass. Because, I can't say, oh, this thing that actually exists, let's increment the scroll progress. Like, that's not a thing that exists, really. I need to pass in, like, oh, what is the scroll progress going to be for this thing that I know will exist in this position? And then I can manipulate that. But that's kind of... eh. Well, I guess... Yeah. At one point I had the concept of like a UI path. Might need to bring that back. I don't really want to compose the structure of the UI twice, which I kind of would have to do if I go for it with this. Yep, might have to change kind of everything. Well, how the UI is represented, but I will leave that for next time. I'll go eat and rest, and let me check a thingy thing. Yep. Thing has been checked. Anyway, here are the links. And I'm behind the links. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta archive the stream. Ugh. I'm just thinking about the UI. So, like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, I'm gonna store the UI somewhere. And I just need to somehow associate the click area with the thing in the UI. Yeah, there's really no other way to do it. And if well, let me take this off for a moment. Like, if I had structs for this, would it change anything? Kind of. Because the thing that I'm doing right now is that I have the UI, and then I just take vertices out of it, and then I take click areas out of it. And the UI kind of is kind of just a thing. What I could be doing instead is that I take an element on the UI, then I get the click area of that, and then I have the element and the click area like in scope, and I can manipulate either. I might not have to change anything about how I'm structuring the UI with the enums, but it would have to change how I'm kind of iterating through it in the UI stuff, I guess. I guess what I would do is I will take an element of the UI, come into format. I would take an element. I would just get the click area. It's like, okay, is this something that we can do anything with? Okay, no, sure. And then we move on to the next. I guess I need to pass in input to the UI. I just need some way to iterate through the UI where I'm aware of it. Like, I might just remove this and iterate in a different way. Or then I'll do the UI path thing, which is kind of a dirty fix, but it'll work. Or and then I'll do the dirtiest thing and I'll just represent the UI state in two places. That's rough. Well, anyway. Gotta stop streaming at some point. I hope you have a good one. I will go. Check out the like, come join the Matrix server. We have some people there. It's kind of less about just me in the stream. It's more just talking about technical stuff, and and just chilling. But it's nice. I would recommend joining. And if you want to get notified like on Matrix on when I go live, then you can join the stream announcements channel, and I ping the room there whenever I go live. Yeah, have a good one. I'm gonna hop up. Bye bye.